trying to make it all make sense.
The
More
You
No
Podcast.
I want to talk about an aspect of revenge, resentment, and retaliation. It's common for people to have forms of feelings towards revenge or retaliation or a level of resentment towards somebody else. But it's extremely unhealthy and provides no value to your life. And what I want to discuss is something I heard Jordan Belfort say on his podcast recently. And this is that the best revenge is living well. And this is something I couldn't agree with more. It's a very clear and concise statement that doesn't take much to explain, but there's so much value that comes from it. Effectively, what this means is rather than seeking revenge or retaliating in some way or having resentment for someone, focus on living as best you can, focus on living well, and have that in turn be your revenge or your retaliation. First off, resentment is never healthy. It's best to forgive and understand that you're never going to fully understand why people made the decisions they made, and that everybody has different upbringings and environmental and external factors that impact their life and how they handle things. And at the end of the day, they made their own choice and you can only do so much. And rather than continuing down the path of negativity, you can create a thriving life for yourself. And with that, it's the sweetest form of revenge. If we are really focused on making somebody feel revenge or retaliation, them seeing how happy you are and how you're living a life of significance and how they might not be doing the same is really the best form of revenge. You're showing that you're doing the best you can, and certain aspects of criticism or negativity or ways they hurt you don't affect you. You've moved beyond them, and you're creating a life that's better than before. And with this being said, I don't believe there's any value in revenge or retaliation, and therefore, having the focus of even giving off revenge or retaliation from living a life well is not something you should have any focus on. It should just be some sort of a outcome that happens to occur. What I'm really saying here is that you should be focused on living well. You shouldn't be focused on other people, things that people did to you in the past as a whole, or how your future's negatively going to be affected from some sort of thing somebody did or an experience. And rather just focus on being the best you can in the present moment and instill the proper practices and principles and routines by expending the proper time and effort to create the best life for yourself that you possibly can. None of this has to do with other people. None of this has to do with interacting with other people. And all it has to do with is simply being the best you can and working day by day to get better. Don't let people or feelings of revenge, retaliation, or resentment get in the way of living a life of significance that's filled with joy, happiness, and purpose.
I hope this talk makes a positive impact in your life. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching it, check out other episodes, leave a review, and follow us on social media at More You Know Pod. Also, please don't forget about our sweepstakes. Retweet a clip with the hashtag #TheMoreYouKnow and new podcast from our Twitter for a chance to win a signed copy of my upcoming book, The More You Know, coming this fall. Tag 2 friends in the comments on a clip on Instagram for a chance to win a brand new copy of Dean Graziosi's Millionaire Mindset or Ed Milet's Max Out. Like us or share a clip on Facebook for a chance to win a book I have read that highly inspired me, signed by me with an inspirational message. Again, thank you for listening as we propel with podcasting through the more you know.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More
You
No
Podcast.